Alrighty, it is the next day. I think today's Thursday or Friday, and we have been working since 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning doing storage units back here. It has been a lot of stuff for sure. One not so good, one super good. All that will be out on the Bearded Thrift Machine. So what we got to do, we actually got to move some stuff around. We have both trailers sitting like that right now. And we have a lot of stuff for Dad. We give them a lot of stuff, the stuff that is kind of hard for us to sell, things that have to be really cleaned and whatnot. And Dad does that and sells it on his eBay store, which is Z Shore Sales. And everybody always asks about his stuff. Z Shore Sales on eBay is his name. And then what I have to do right now is I'll give you a glimpse of some of this. We have all the stuff back here, and then all of this stuff right here has to be cleaned up, gone through and figured out what is good, what is yard sale stuff, what is donatable stuff, what is trash, and what is sellable stuff. Luckily, there is a breeze today, because if not, it would be brutally hot. What we like to do, why we start so early is, you see the sun right there? She ain't over them trees yet. She gets over those trees at 11:30 is when that happens usually. It gets boiling hot back here, and I don't mind the heat, but I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna have to get out of the kitchen on these because it does get like 100 degrees right here. The breeze is gonna help us today. So we have not that much time to make sure we load the dumpster as much as can, get a new dumpster here, and then we're gonna have to pick this up tomorrow. But we are gonna go ahead inside and do some more filming and stuff. We wanna thank everybody coming out to all of our Whatnot shows recently. Everybody's been coming out and supporting a lot, so we do appreciate that. And also we did hear back from the microwave guy. The microwave guy first sent us something that said, hey, we can't find a part. You're gonna have to go through your home warranty thing. And we said, okay. Immediately after that, another email came in and said, hey, we actually found the part. I should get it between 3 to 5 days, and then I'll contact you after that. So it's been, what, a month now or more that we do not have the microwave. I'll just be happy if it gets fixed eventually, type of deal. But enough chatting, because we have a lot of stuff to get through. Next day, and we've been out early. I think we started at 6:30 to do the ending of some storage unit stuff. We're done that. We're waiting on my parents. We're gonna give them a whole bunch of stuff. And then I'm gonna clean the eBay barn underneath and then the top of the eBay barn. But first, we're gonna tend to the garden. The 10-bucket garden is looking amazing. Like, the farming that's going on here is ridiculous. We got some stuff to show you. All right, so Kayla picked all these, and this is all like the dead stuff that was just kind of like hanging around them, right? And so you cleaned them up and they look good. I just ate a tomato. We got a whole bunch of tomatoes on here, right?
Yep.
Ton of tomatoes on there. We don't have any tomatoes on this plant yet.
Those two, yep.
But this one over here does have tomatoes. See, there's one there, and I think there's another one starting here. So that one has tomatoes. We have big news though, huge news. What's the news? We have our first cucumber. Check him out. He's starting right there from the flower, so don't pick the flowers. And then over here we got some news. We did show this big pepper right here we got going on. That's a red pepper that eventually turned red. But look at the size of this guy right here. Did you see him?
Yeah.
He's a big one. There's two on there. This one's producing none. This one's producing none. This one's producing none, but this one over here is producing one. So that ain't too shabby by. And what is this thing? A bean? That one's not producing anything yet, right?
Right.
All right, so that's not producing anything. And even this one back here is not producing anything.
It's got some.
Does it?
Popping up. They're gonna start popping up.
All right, well, soon. I think within like 30 to 45 days. I don't know how long it takes, but they're growing.
The little guy back there is trying to.
The little guy back here, I mean, we got these two at the exact same time. That's how small this one was. See what I'm saying? He's trying, but he ain't doing, he looks better than he did, I'll tell you that. What we noticed was, see, when we thought it was gonna rain, we didn't have to water them for like a day or two. That's actually not true, because it just dries out, it just seeps right through them. And so we're watering now twice a day, once in the morning and once in the evening time, and they are doing a lot better. So what we're gonna do is go ahead. What you got going on?
I'm gonna add some more soil to the bottom of this.
Soil to the bottom. I like it.
You can see their roots,
Huh.
and I don't think that's the
Probably not good.
proper way to do that. So
Probably losing soil at the bottom of the holes, maybe.
Maybe.
Huh.
So I'm just gonna give them a little bit more.
Do you need to put any like Miracle Grow or Epsom salt on them or anything, or no?
I They're doing okay right now. So
Doing pretty good?
See,
All right.
see how they do.
Good stuff. Daniel, I have something for you. Now, once I put this on, you gotta start coming to work. There you go, bud. You're looking pretty good. Deers with collars actually look kind of funny. Maybe I'll push it further down here. Up there kind of looks funny, but Daniel, you're part of the family now. Start to behave. Got the old cub out. We're out there farming a little bit. And some of y'all sent me this shirt that says Cub Get, but my sleeves fell off. I start farming, boop, sleeves fell right off of there. Like I said, right now what we're doing is we're waiting on the parents to get here, give them a whole bunch of stuff out of that storage unit that they can sell. And then after that, give them some stuff for the booth. And then after that, we're gonna go to the post office. Kayla packed all of the orders yesterday while I was editing, which was excellent. She did an excellent job. I think she packed over 110 orders. So that's all done. Our next one is gonna be all clothing show. That'll be actually on Wednesday. And then we have one more show after that, which will be the 28th and whatnot. Then we're gonna take 2 weeks off, then come back with 2 really big Christmas shows in July. So that ain't too shabby. What we have to do sooner or later is actually go up to the Tractor Supply, my favorite spot, and get the tank with the pump in it to do the weeds. I had that steel pump thing where you would walk around and pump. This type of property, I mean, I'm learning really quick that I know this isn't a lot of property. It's not like 10 acres or 20 acres or 30 acres. I don't know how y'all do that type of stuff. Big machinery, I guess. But like even with this, pumping all of that on this is absolutely insane. So I'm gonna want one that has like a little, you know, battery powered pump where we can spray this, go around with the Cub, put the tank in the back with the little thing and just spray it and be good to go with the weeds. I probably will not be having any type of bees anytime soon. Too much work. And hopefully chickens next year, but let's be honest, we have a lot of work going on with this house when it comes to renovations and water problems. So the other day I was complaining that this was really, really terrible looking in here. So what I did was clean that up a little bit right there. And what I also did was clean this up over here. We want to go ahead and probably use these. I might transfer one of the tomato plants in one of these bad boys and then figure out what Kayla wants to do with this. When y'all sent us this, we love them to death. We want to go ahead, because this is what it builds right here. So we want to go ahead and do that. How are you doing?
Good.
I was thinking, well, can we put one of the tomato plants in this? Transplant it in that thing?
They're doing pretty good.
They're doing pretty good? I wonder if we can go get a
Yeah,
bigger tomato plant somewhere. Put it in that, have multiple tomato plants everywhere. I like tomatoes.
Well, we have those plants inside that I want.
Oh, the cantaloupes?
Yeah.
Yeah, we could plant some cantaloupe in there. What do cantaloupes do? They don't grow up though, do they? They grow like sideways? Yeah. This thing's cool though, because this is what it looks like. See, it's got like a trellis net, 5 and 7 foot systems. Oh, 7 foot, that's pretty tall.
It is pretty tall.
I know. We need to go figure out what we can do this for. We have enough cucumbers. What else is a vine?
Or beans.
Beans?
Those would have been great for
Yeah. Poison ivy.
poison ivy.
I cleaned up in here. How's it look?
Looks really good.
Yeah, got everything clean. Your glue sticks. Well, let's see. I didn't say they were here. I said I saw a glue gun.
You said it.
I think the glue gun, make sure there's not like a mouse up here. This is Mustang stuff. See, this stuff, we did also get the quote for this to put concrete in. Reasonable priced, right? Mm-hmm. And then we got the quote for the big piece of concrete. We're going to hold off on that for a little bit, but still reasonably priced from this company. Then we got the quote to take the chimney down.
Nobody wants to
touch this chimney, y'all. Like, the quotes for the chimney was almost just as much to concrete this, rip all that asphalt up, concrete that, and make ramps up to the door. Both of those are almost the same exact price. And that chimney, that was just to remove the chimney. That wasn't actually to fix anything. They were just going to remove it to the actual roof line. And that was it. So, and like, this was almost the same price as doing that. So, that chimney, you know what? I might just keep it on there until it falls. You know what I'm saying? She might just stay there forever. If it ain't gonna fall, she might have to stay. Because the prices we're getting are crazy high.
Got some beads in there. Look at that.
This is all your stuff. Do you want this stuff?
Yeah.
Now, people were saying, are you doing your teacup idea?
Mm-hmm.
People said that this would actually, in the heat, just fall apart. in like 100-degree weather.
Oh.
Yeah, you might want to get like epoxy, like 2-part epoxy probably. That's like high temperature epoxy.
That is smart.
But
yeah.
since I'm down here and this
But
is
I
your...
do need that for another project that I have.
But since I'm down here and this is all your stuff, you want me to take this in someplace?
Yeah, we can take it up to that spare room or the closet in there.
Oh,
upstairs.
So
Is it heavy?
No, it's not heavy.
No, it's fine.
I got it.
Just leave it in here.
No, I got
okay.
it. All right, it is later on in the day, and it has been a day for sure. Again, started the day super early in the morning, around 6:30, doing the storage units. Then we did the little garden thing. Parents came over, got to see them, gave them a whole bunch of stuff. They left, and then we went to the church to actually decorate a little bit more for VBS for Kayla tomorrow. She's running that up at the church. And then after that, we actually got some other things for VBS. I came home and got on a website that had another storage unit. I ended up getting the storage unit for $1,100, which is pretty good. A lot of small stuff in it. So then I drove, which was good in a way. I drove all the way there to go ahead and prepay for it, lock it up so me and Dad can start early tomorrow morning. They don't open until 9:30. And I was like, listen, 9:30, it's way too hot. It's supposed to be 100 degrees tomorrow, starting at like 10 a.m. So I was like, let me just run down there. It took me an hour to get there. Paid for it, locked it up. A lot of traffic on the way back. And but I'm ready to roll. What I'm going to do is go ahead and put these in the trailer, in the truck, get the dolly, get Miss Dolly out, and everything else that I need tomorrow so I can jump in the truck. And we're going to be there by 7 o'clock and load this up. It's a 10 by 15. It's not stacked to the top or anything like that, but we will need Woodrow. I didn't know Woodrow had a white top on there. Huh. Check that out. That's pretty nice. Looks like a UPS truck nowadays. But we are going to take the bins and the big bin because we are going to need these to put stuff in. It's an interesting unit. I'm already going to name it the tool shed because it definitely looks like a tool shed in there. It's a good unit for $1,100, I'm pretty sure. But I just locked it up, left, hurried back home, and we'll go up and do that. And then what we have to do in a second is that we have to run back up to the church and orchestrate where they're putting the big slide. So we'll go ahead and figure out where they're going to put the big slide at. And then Ranger is leaving us today. He is heading back home. So we'll be back to 2 dogs. And then Miko's doing great. Willow really likes Miko, like really a lot now. So that is absolutely wonderful. If you're wondering if I fixed the trailer brakes on Woodrow, I did. They worked really good. So that's excellent. No heating, and we drove it for an hour the other day. We've been picking up a lot of storage units lately. I think this week we picked up 3 or 4. Me and Dad have been hustling, and then Kayla and I basically get home and film them, and then we put the stuff in the eBay barn, and then me and Dad go right back out and buy another one. We have been just absolutely busy with storage units because I think you guys, you like the Goodwill videos, but you like the storage unit videos a little bit better. So we try to do as many as we can, but they are tiresome for sure. So I'm gonna go ahead, get those down there. So we got another big thunderstorm heading in, coming over from that way. It hasn't rained in 2 days. I'll show you the water level in the backyard, but take a look at the rain just falling over there. I'm telling you, these storms out here get crazy. A little bit different than the beach. Well, the rain caught up to us. I didn't think it was actually going to rain, but it's probably going to drop a ton of rain, and the backyard will be exactly where it was before. This is the eBay barn when it rains, and it is loud. Let me go ahead and shut this door. What is the clatter out here? I mean, these storms come in hot and quick. Smells like a good summer rain out here, but I totally forgot, y'all, our best friend. Check him out. I can't zoom in that far. See Daniel back there? Hope he's not scared of storms because he's right in the middle of it. Good morning, everybody, on this beautiful day. Today is Saturday. Kayla's up at VBS. Got her all set up with that, and everything's going good. Me and Dad were out early 7 o'clock, 6:30 in the morning, picked up another storage unit, 10 by 10 or 10 by 15. And I'm already calling it the tool shed, like I said before, because there's a ton of tools in it. We didn't look at everything. Obviously, we just packed it up and got out of there because it was getting warm outside. And so that's probably going to be on the Beard Thrift Machine show in like a week or so. But today, Kayla has been on me, not on me, she's just been saying, hey, listen, the grass in the front is like knee high. And we live on Main Street, and it is pretty high. But it's been raining. That's been my excuse. I'm like, listen, it's been raining. I can't cut the grass in the rain. Well, guess what? It's got to get cut today. So that's what the plan is today, is go ahead, cut the grass. We did have an eBay sale. Golf cart charger. I'll throw it up on the screen real quick. Golf cart charger for 90 bucks, I think, or $100. They usually always do sell. Pick them up at yard sales for 10 to 20 bucks. You can test them with voltmeters, and then boom, good to go on that. And then we still haven't heard back from the roofing company. It's been about a week. They do 50% down, so we've already paid them. So hopefully they'll get back with us very soon, because if not, that'd be terrible. Because we got to get the roof fixed, and then after the roof is fixed, we're going to go ahead and schedule the concrete work in here. And then when that's done, it would be so much better. We're thinking about renting like a pod maybe, because all this has to come out of here. And we were like, okay, well, that's not bad. We have trailers and stuff. We'll put everything in the trailer. But I was looking at the cure time for concrete, and some of it's like 7 days. And we can't have a trailer down for 7 days because we constantly are rotating between them and stuff. So we might have to rent a pod and move everything. I don't know. It's going to be a train wreck to get all this stuff out of here since we just put it in here. But it is what it is type of deal. So we'll figure that out when the time comes. Another thing that we have to do is figure out where this water pipe goes up under here, so me and Dad know where it is. So when we start doing our irrigation work or our work in the ditch, we know exactly where that is. There's just a lot. Also, huge news about the chimney. I wouldn't say I was complaining about, but I was kind of complaining about the price of removing the chimney, and also the price of getting the chimney torn down and then having somebody else fix the roof line and stuff. Costs more than vehicles, I'm telling you. It was absolutely crazy, the amount of money on that. So what we're going to do is, a lot of people were saying this in the comments before, is we're just going to put a Band-Aid on it for now. We're just going to seal it. And if there's like holes in the mortar, we're just going to use like mortar caulk or waterproof caulk or something, just so it can buy us a little bit of time on the chimney thing. Also, these things much better than those plastic cans. I love these. They're super expensive, and I never find them in storage units, which I wish I would. But these right here, excellent to have, way better than the plastic gas tanks, just in my opinion. So that's what the chimney thing is. So that the chimney saga is going to end with me and Dad just getting a cherry picker and then doing the chimney work ourselves. We're not going to take it down. We're just going to seal it, like I just said, and go from there. It's too much money for like what I seemingly don't think is a whole lot of work, is tearing a chimney down. Like, it was just brick by brick. I don't know, but we'll go ahead and do that. Buy us a little bit of time because we still have so much to do with the property before that happens and stuff. So, and then one day we're gonna have to paint that thing, and probably within the next 2 to 3 years, it's gonna have to be painted. Enough about that all stuff. What we're gonna do is go ahead, put the old ear protection on. I'll tell you what, I actually got these out of the storage unit, and they have been way better than the other ones I was using. Like really, really good. And then I usually don't wear this hat. I usually go ahead and put the old straw hat on from Cletus. Just gotta make sure that there's no bugs in it. Who remembers when I picked this thing up at the Goodwill? I mean, absolutely like a steal of a deal. These things are like a whole bunch of money on his website, which I don't mind paying the money to Cletus because I like his content. But it was cool picking that up at the Goodwill for 99 cents. So we're going to put that thing on. We're going to head out there. We have a lot to do. We're going to do the front. The front I actually don't like doing a whole bunch because I'm not good at mowing the lawn. I think people are judging my mowing pattern. I don't even know if that's a thing. But I feel like in a small town that would be a thing. About people like, look how you, because I just go in a circle. I don't know if that's right. Do you go up and down, back and forth? It's so quiet too. Also, listen, nothing going on today in this small town. Monday through Friday, place is popping, super busy. Saturday, Sunday, nothing going on, and it ain't that early. It's only, I think, 9. No, I think it's going on 10 o'clock. So we're gonna go ahead, get off this thing, get this done. I gotta cut all this stuff. We have to weed eat. We're gonna have to blow some stuff off. That reminds me, let's go ahead and charge a battery. Also, the battery blower, not that good, dies super fast. So eventually, what we're gonna buy is probably good, like backpack blowers from Steel or Husqvarna or something like that. This will be good just to get the stuff off there. Also with the weed eater too, we're probably gonna end up getting a better weed eater. That thing's already acting up, the Ryobi one. I'm pretty hard on tools because I want them to work, and so it is what it is. But let's go ahead, start cutting the grass. Done mowing the front and the back. The thing is obviously y'all know we have a huge drainage issue here, and it's still full of water. All this is full of water, and then all that's full of water. You can tell my tracks right there. That's about as much as you can do here because it's still inches and inches and inches of water. And people were saying in the comments, hey, did they disclose this? No, when we saw it, it was dry, and I didn't see anything that said that. But to try to do that like legally and say, hey, fix this, it's not, to me, worth the hassle. All we're gonna do is, we need the tractor anyway, and hopefully next week we'll be buying it. And it's just gonna take a little bit of work. And I always wanted to dig a ditch with a tractor, so why not, right? You guys can come along with me and do that. But it is what it is. It's our problem now, and we will definitely fix it because now it's hurting the cub. The cub got really dirty. Actually, in the front, there was a lot more softer ground than I thought. But what we're gonna go ahead and do is probably try to weed eat most of this just to get it down a little bit. So when we walk across, if you see over here, that's our bridge to get across because it is literally inches of water right here. And we're hoping that digging the ditch out helps. That's what we're hoping. Also, somebody said, did I get anything in writing from the city or the county? County probably, once they say it's not theirs, they actually probably don't care. I should get it from the city because they come in and say, hey, I didn't tell you that. Well, you did, got it on a phone call. Should have recorded it. Should say, hey, I'm recording this phone call, put it on YouTube. Then no denying that because they said, hey, listen, we're not digging your ditch out. So, because they said they were short-handed, which is fine by me. But what we're gonna do is go ahead, fire up the old weed whacker, do the front, blow the sidewalk off, try to edge as best as I can. We don't have an edger, and this weed whacker's not that good when it comes to that. But we'll do the best we can just to get this done. It's turning 11 o'clock, get a little warm out. Don't want to be doing this around 1-ish. 1-ish, it's super hot today. But do the best I can as fast as I can. Done with all the yard work today. I went out and blew the sidewalk off and everything, so that looks good. I was just gonna pop this up on the screen, but this is what sold. The EasyGo Charger right there, so for 90 bucks plus shipping. And this is why we'll always sell on eBay, is for stuff like this. Like Whatnot has definitely been able to get a lot of stuff sold very quickly, but something like this on Whatnot, you're just probably not gonna sell it for 90 bucks. You know what I'm saying? This is more of an eBay thing. It's very specific. But this is like eBay gold to us. Even like fishing reels and Whatnot don't sell as good as some other stuff. Like the pottery is probably gonna sell pretty good. And people like collectibles. I think the records that we got a ton of records. I think that they're gonna sell really well on Whatnot because it's just easy to like, it's convenient to buy. You get to see the item. Like the purses sell really well on Whatnot compared to eBay. But some stuff we will always sell on eBay, like car parts, certain tools and everything like that. Now I might try to do a tool, maybe half a show or something like that, maybe with 100 items. I don't know about that, but like stuff like tools always sells on eBay. Like power tools always just really, really good on eBay stuff. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead, pack this thing up, and then after that, we have to be fairly organized when we run with Whatnot sponsors, because you have to get your content out early so they can look at it and shoot it back to you. So today is the 21st. Our next Whatnot show is the 25th. And then after that, there's one on the 28th. And I'm going to try to get the 28th show pretty much done today. I'll get everything out and about because next week we have a big week of doing storage units. The one in the back, we're hopefully going to film on Monday. And then Tuesday, go pick up another one. And then film that one on Wednesday. You know how it is. It's a cycle. But one of those days, we got to go pick up a tractor so I can get this ditch done so my cub doesn't get dirty. My cub was filthy, but I did wash it off. And I didn't put it away dirty. So that's pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and just go through some stuff. This Whatnot show is going to be great. We have some of the, like I showed before, some of the pottery stuff. And then we're going to have a whole bunch of purses, which is all in that room. I'll tell you, we really don't have that much stuff listed on eBay. We might start turning this more into like maybe a Whatnot staging area more also, or places to put stuff that we're about ready to put on Whatnot. Maybe like this will be that. and then we'll go from there, because I don't think we need all of this now for eBay. We might be able to do a small portion of eBay and the rest do live selling type of stuff. But we'll always sell on eBay, especially like the storage room we just got a lot of tools. I'm most likely going to put those on eBay. So when you watch that video, go to the eBay store. They're probably going to be on there because I'm not going to probably sell those on Whatnot. One, they're super heavy and bigger items and stuff like that. So we'll stay with the kind of collectibles and the cool stuff and the little things and purses and clothing and stuff like that on the Whatnot. But I'm going to wrap this thing up, put it over there because it's going to go out Monday, and then start working on Whatnots. All right, going on 2 o'clock, and we got all the Whatnot stuff pretty much done. I didn't take pictures of it like I said. I'm just going to go ahead and put it on here. We got some really good stuff. We have a lot of the stuff from the box of rocks. We have all the birds. We got more rocks. That thing right there. And then you have, again, some stuff from the Millionaire Locker. And we do have some sterling silver pieces, like that back there, sterling silver, along with that piece right there, sterling silver. And then just a ton of other stuff here. Dooney and Burke. We got a brass face down there. Got some old doilies. That's actually huge, that thing right there. And some brand new hats and stuff. Just as what it says, a little bit of everything. In here, I was able to get a whole thing for the booth. So right there's a booth box. And then I got a whole thing of trash, and I'm going to clean this area up right here, and then clean all this up, and then be really good to go. This is the stuff we're going to sell in July. We have way more than that. Sell in July, but again, only 2 shows there. I was actually just reading the Flip Squad videos about the ditch, about getting stuff in writing from the city. I probably, or a permit or anything like that, you probably would have to do that, because I looked it up. If you are changing the amount of water going in the ditch, like when we do the concrete guys have to get a permit because there's gonna be more water flowing or something like that. I'm just cleaning the ditch out. The ditch is already existing, which means that I just have to clean it out. There it is right there, but it's got stuff in it, so we gotta clean that out. Right here, that's full of dirt and brush, but the ditch is still there. And the ditch is on the survey continuously all the way down to there. So that's, if you were changing it, they would probably say, hey, you have to have a permit. But when I am literally just cleaning the ditch out, because it is on the survey. It is a continuous ditch that starts at our property all the way back to the end of the property. And that's why you don't need a permit. Now, we did look up, you do need permits if you start making other ditches and stuff like that. Actually, the ditch over there is completely closed up, which we could probably clean that one out and do the same thing, but that side's not near as bad as this side when it comes to the water. Because as you can tell, that is all water. Just ridiculous amounts of it. And it's got some sort of film in it now. I don't really know what's going on. To me, it looks like it's gonna be a whole bunch of mosquitoes real soon. That's the bad part of it, because like I said, this whole part now basically is unusable, and then it goes all the way over there. You can tell where the water's sitting. All right there is unusable. So we got to get this fixed, because this is the most annoying thing. Not being able to walk the dogs this way. It is like, because they get their feet wet, and like it's not that good. But the grass itself turned out really good. Take a look at that. I mean, if you don't look at the watermarks or anything, the grass looks good. That's where Kayla, see right here, it's where she put some grass seed because she thought it was that type of grass. Turns out we have the other type of grass. So now we have these really cool splotches over there. But so that was the end of that. I think that's the end of the ditch thing. We're gonna start working on that whenever we do go pick up Mr. Tractor, and we're gonna have a backhoe attachment to it. I think they come with like a 12-inch. I'm sure I'll make a video of it. You guys will get sick of that tractor probably in like a week or two after I get it, because I'll be using it a ton to remove the stump, to do a ton of stuff. There's a ton of stuff that I'll be able to do. And like me and my dad were talking today, because I got to see him when we were doing the thing. It is expensive to have somebody come work at your house. Like these prices that we're getting for all work, electricity, the concrete, taking down a chimney, what was the other ones that we got? Some other stuff that we've been doing around the house that we got quotes for. Oh, the roof repair has been 3 times to 5 times more than I actually thought went in my head. Like, oh, that should cost that much. Nope. And I'm not saying that the bids are high. I'm just didn't realize. I've never had somebody work on the house that I own, because nothing really had to get done to like a brand new D.R. Horton home. Like we had a little flashing issue here and there. You know, the roof was fine the entire time. Some things went up that were under warranty, so that didn't really happen. And when everything went up, I was able to fix it because it's a small scale and it wasn't a 2-story house. This one, some of this stuff I cannot do. No, or two, I'm deathly scared of heights. I don't want to do. And so it's just very, very expensive for that. And I'm surprised how much it is, to be quite honest with you. But that's enough about that. That's why we're selling stuff on Whatnot and eBay, is to go ahead and get some of this stuff done. I think this is probably a short video. It's probably going to wrap this video up because there's not much more. What I'm going to do is go ahead and take the dogs out. I might take the dogs out with y'all. Thought I would give you a little update on Miko. She's doing well. And oh, there's a rabbit. Miko, leave it. See, like how good she's coming back. As you can tell, there is a rabbit over there. Check it out. And she does very good with the callback. Obviously, she sees the rabbit. And I usually won't let her get super close to the rabbit before I call her back. She knows that I know that she sees the rabbit. And once it starts running, she should be able to get called off of it. And that's what you really want in dog training. Miko, leave it. Good girl. Is that right there? That's just my voice. There's no beep. There's no buzz. There's nothing on that collar that's working. That is just my voice to go ahead and call her back. And this dog has the best so far. Her eyes are getting a little bit better. She does still has some issues with her eyes also. I'm getting off track here. And also back here on her hind legs, they're doing a little bit better. They're not as red as they were, but she still is itching and everything like that. So we can walk back here and see this rabbit if you want to. I know she wants to. And but when it starts running, let's see if she can get called back without just the voice. Leave it. Miko, leave it. I mean, that's pretty good. I don't know many dogs that would just go ahead and leave that rabbit alone. You're not stalking it. It sees you, Miko. It literally sees you. All right, so the rabbit jumped away. Miko didn't chase it, and that's what we're working for here, is keeping her in the yard. She's a roamer, and she will chase things. So what we want to do is make sure that that doesn't happen, you know? We're still waiting to see if she does have heartworms, and that should be coming in the next couple of days, and then we will go from there. But I'll end this with just a little Miko walk.